All right, Sean boys here. Well, out here about to run out, but it's amazing, right? Uh, I was just now speaking to my connector on hay, and then I was watching a video that Pastor put out, uh, talking about his hayfield, and I didn't even know they had a hayfield. But I'm telling you, man, that's just golden right there to have a hayfield because, hey, if you're gonna have animals, and you're gonna have a flock, and you're gonna have a pasture, the pasture will maintain your flock during the summertime, spring and summertime. But when it comes to the winter, you're going to need to be able to provide your flock with the hay necessary. I mean, the primary is hay necessary in order to maintain your flock. Because hey, if they can't get fed, you shit out of luck. I mean, you're not going to have a flock. And a lot of people don't think about these things. And so, what I've done personally, because, hay, I know now the second person that now I know that has a hay field, but, logistically, even if I was to do business like that, the logistics of getting that much hay, here from 2, 3, 4 hours away is just not feasible. So that's why your hayfield you're gonna want to get a hayfield if you can buy a lot that you can harvest some hay off of it, or which the majority of us have to do, which is fine, is source that hay from a local hay producer. Now out here, it's interesting. I have an apprentice, and his family owns, the hayfield, so I know exactly where to get my hay from, and I've done videos on this. But the name of the game is to try and secure as much hay going into the future. So what I try and do is I try and, can I pay you 2, 3 years in advance to get the hay? And he won't agree to it. He won't agree to it because the price of hay is going to continue to go up. So, those are one of those catch 22s. I can get hay, but I know that the price of hay is going to continue to rise. And I know this because he won't secure me. I mean, I call them hay futures. He does not want to extend me hay futures because he knows that the fiat that I have to pay him for that hay is going to decrease in value in correspondence to the hay that he's producing, because his cost is going up. His tractor, all of that stuff takes diesel. It takes inputs. It takes maintenance. It takes all of these things. So therefore, his price is going to have to go up. So it's just the name of the game. But people need to think about this stuff. If you're going to have a flock, you definitely going to want to make sure that you know how to secure your hay from a good local hay producer, which, in the country, they're all around. I see hayfields all over the place out here, just driving down in any direction. But the place that I go to, I have a relationship with the guy, I have a relationship with the family and stuff. So I go ahead and I get my hay from there. So make sure that, you develop a relationship with somebody that you can locally, that you can source your hay from, and pay for as much, purchase of it as much, as you can into the future. I store it. What I think I'm going to do, and I've thought about it, and this is exactly what I'm going to go ahead and purchase or pay for the hay right now, and then go over there and incrementally pick it up and just tarp it up, because I don't have any way to store it inside. But hey, some hay up off the ground, over some tarps, and some tarps covering it up, it'll last a couple of years, and I think, some good hay, you can purchase hay 2 years old and it's still fine and dandy. I haven't, thought about or know about, past, I guess if it's in a barn or something. I haven't really investigated that, interestingly enough. But definitely at least 2 years you can buy hay out and store it, and it'll just be fine. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. But yeah, secure your hay. Get as much hay futures as you possibly can, because, whether if you own it, and you're harvesting it, you can always put it back. I mean, it's just like storing in the future. And it's probably logical to store as much of it now because of those inputs of that gas or whatever it is necessary to, the maintenance or whatever it is, those costs, you can eliminate that into the future. So yeah, hey, get yourself some hay features.